Hey, this your boy Jewels, 20 years old, currently trying to transition from F to M. This is my F to M introduction. Let me see where to start. Like I said, I'm 20. I, I guess I pretty much start how I knew that I was, different than others. It was started when I was little. Like my mother could never get me to wear dresses, anything. Like I wanted to wear nothing but boy clothes. Like I wanted to run around with my shirt off and all that. Like I felt like I was a little boy. Um, about when I was like maybe 8, I started praying to God, asking Him to, let me wake up in the morning and be a boy, because I really felt like that's what I was supposed to be. I used to even write it on a note and like, please let me wake up and be a boy, but things didn't happen that way. But in my mind, I thought if this is the way I'm, supposed to be, then God will help me out. But well, let me start by, well, I haven't told my mother or father. None of my family knows except my brother. He's like a week apart from me. He's like my older brother, but he's a week older than me, shall I say. And my girlfriend, which soon to be ex. I'll start off with my girlfriend because that's the person that means the most to me and that it's, hurt me the most. Well, me and my girlfriend been dating for 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years and maybe like a month, I'll say. And, at the beginning, like maybe like 8 months into our relationship, I had talked to her and told her that, I didn't feel right in my body. Like, every time I looked in the mirror, I didn't feel right. I just felt like this was wrong. And I told her that I was an FTM. I showed her some of the videos, I gave, because she never researched it. So, I helped her research it. And she told me that if I was to decide to do that, she wouldn't want to be with me, because that's not who she fell in love with. She fell in love with a girl. She loved women, she'll feel like she'll be with, a man. So after a while, I tried to convince her because, I loved her. Like, I know we was together a short amount of time, but we knew each other maybe like 2 years before we started dating. I loved her and all, and, I decided that I was going to put it off to the side, that maybe, I love her so much that maybe I could, just forget about it. And here I am again, maybe like January, I started thinking about it again, and I'm just thinking like, I can't live my life unhappy, I have to be happy, I do love you, but I just can't do it. I'm not happy with my body. And, she still kind of don't understand it. We'll get into it every now and again about the situation. She's kind of like, no, I can't, she can accept me. She said she'll be my friend. She said we'll still be close, but said as a relationship, no, she couldn't be with me. So, that kind of hurts because she's the one that's, closest to me. So, I just have to move on. And I really tried to forget about transitioning and all that for her because I love her. She's the love of my life. I possibly wanted to marry her, but had to move on. Now with my mother and father, I'm kind of scared to tell them. I don't know, like, I think my father kind of looks at me as his son, but I never know how he will react. And I know for a fact my mother, because my mother and my girlfriend are the same sign. They're both Pisces, so I can kind of, get a feel on how they both will act, act towards this. So I think my mother will be very hurt, and it will take her a long time to come around. But, I'm hoping things get better. As far as my feelings go, I feel okay, I'm just really excited that I finally, decided to do this. I feel that I'm going to be so much happy. I will have a body that I feel comfortable in, I think it will make me real happy. And that's my introduction. That's my story. If anybody have any questions or wanna, give me some advice, you're free to. I'm open for any advice. And with my transitioning, I started reading a book. It's called Both Sides Now by Dylan. It's giving me a lot of information, and I can relate to this book so much because a lot of the stuff that I'm going through, Dylan has went through, and it really helps me. I suggest this book to anybody. Read it. It's good. I can't put it down. Got it maybe 2-3 days ago, and can't put it down. It's just so interesting. Well, as far as my transitioning, the progress that I have made, I was watching someone's video here named KY Ford, and she, stayed not that too far from Chicago, and, I was looking at her videos and stuff, and she had mentioned a therapist named Michelle Emmerich. So, I Googled it and looked up Michelle because I know I stay in Chicago, so that's, very close for me. So, Googled it and looked up her name and got her phone number and called her, and she didn't answer. But maybe like 3 hours later, she gave me a call back, and we talked, and she asked me about, what do I want to do? How do I want to transition? What surgeries have I decided on? And I told her that, I just want to start off with the testosterone first, I'm pretty sure that I want to do this, that, I'm 100, maybe 1,000,000% sure that this is what I want to do. And she told me that I didn't have to take therapy. I didn't have to go through all those therapy sessions and stuff, that I could just, she referred me actually to the Howard Brown Health Center. She told me I needed to have insurance, long as I brought my insurance and stuff. Well, actually, I had to call the Howard Brown Center and tell them my insurance and tell them that I want to make a medical, appointment, and I can go from there from getting testosterone. I didn't need to go through maybe 2 to 3 sessions, or however long it take. I don't know. I never took therapy. I didn't have to go through that, long process. She said they believe in making it easier for the transgender community. So after that, I called the Howard Brown Center and no one answered, so I have to wait till Monday. But Monday, I actually also have to get insurance, because she told me that in order for them to see me, I have to have insurance. I've been slacking on the health insurance, and that's something I should have been had, but that's how far I done got. Monday, I guess I'll see what happens when I finally get my insurance, and I have to wait like a week in order for them to improve the insurance. So I probably won't be able to call the Howard Brown Center to make an appointment for probably the next week, which is kind of sad for me because I'm really excited. I'm ready to start. Like, I'm so ready to start that, hold on, let me get it. So ready to start that I went out. And I haven't even, got my top surgery yet. That's actually all. Yeah, back to that. Let me get back to that. Then I'm going to go back to this other book that I have that makes me so excited. I decided that I'm only going to do testosterone and get my chest done. The bottom, I'm kind of scared. Like, I don't want to mess up anything down there. Like, I believe I can live with not having my bottom, even though it's going to be kind of sad, but I think I can live with it. I think I'm identifying as trans queer, if I'm using that term right. So as far as, that's what I'm going to do. Only top and testosterone so far. I don't know, maybe, long down the line, I'll get bottom surgery, but, who knows. And I also want to talk about my name. I came up with the name Jewels after a long process. First, I decided I wanted to do Camden. No, first it was Xavier, then Camden.